Good day, good day, everybody. It's good to be with you today. I hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. SIP stands for Spirit and Practice because we know practice makes progress. Yes? So I am a minister of joy. I am a minister of joy. I am an interfaith minister, religious science practitioner, spiritual life coach, and spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living here in New York. And it is wonderful to be with you all today. So I hope you're doing well. We are in our harvest series this week. And it's in the context of our work theme for the month of September. Yes? So let me check in, see how everyone is doing. How did you do yesterday with nourishing yourself and just observing how you are with yourself throughout the day? How did that go for you all? Let me know. Please put something in the comments. If you said, I didn't do it, it's okay. Forgive yourself and keep it moving because today is a new day. It's a new opportunity to choose you by nourishing yourself today. So it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining me today. So we're going to continue because we know that harvest means gathering of crops. Thank you. Thank you for that compliment. I appreciate that. Looking good. You looking good too. Even though I can't see you, I can feel you looking good. Yes, I can feel it. So reaping, right? Because yesterday we talked about reaping. You're going to reap according to what you harvest, right? You're going to reap according to what you harvest. So we want to plant according to that which we want to harvest, right, Lindsay? And I know Lindsay she planted seeds of joyful trust with kindness. So she's been harvesting that, nourishing that throughout the year, and she is reaping it. And you know why I know this? Because I see evidence of it, right, Lindsay? What's one of the fruits of your harvest this year? I could name one, and that is your fabulous new show, right? Practicing infinite possibilities. If that's not in the vibration of joyful trust with kindness, I don't know what is, right? So we don't know how it's going to demonstrate, right? But we're open to knowing and trusting that the seeds that we plant, the seeds that we nourish in the soil of our soul, yes, in the soil of our soul will harvest. Will harvest. So we are entering into our reaping season. So I've been using as a guide this week an article that I found on a website called epiphanyinstitute.com. And so the first day we explored know what season you're in. Yesterday we talked about plant according to the harvest you want to reap. And today we're going to explore sowing multiple crops. I'm going back just for a second to Linda. Linda said, "Good morning. Did observe myself. It was a bit of a scramble. Focus was a struggle." Yes, I get that, Linda. It is. It is. But just a moment at a time, right? Just a moment. Even if you only did it one time in a conscious, deliberate way, that's better than no times, right? It's a baby step. It's a baby step. And we could just bring ourselves back to focus when the best way for me is to associate it with something else, right? That works for me. If I associate it with something else, then I remember, oh, let me take a moment right here. The same thing that's helping me I'm going off on a sidetrack. You know how Sekou used to always go on tell a little story on the side? So I'm doing that right now. Like, it's helped me with my vitamins. So I've attached taking my vitamins to something else that I do every single day. And that's helping me remember to take my vitamins. I put them in the pillowcase. I did all the things, but I would still forget. But now that I've associated with something else, it works perfectly for me. So I associate it with brushing my teeth because I'm gonna brush my teeth every day, right? So I have it in the bathroom now. As soon as I finish brushing my teeth, I take my vitamins. Working. Okay, that was my little sidebar there, just to address the focus. Because our mind is doing what the mind does, thinking, seeking. It's doing that. The mind is not going to think about focusing. That's the one thing the mind is not going to naturally think about, is focusing. It's always seeking, right? Okay. So sometimes I forget to give myself credit getting back on track. Yes, Linda, you're making some beautiful points today. Celebrate ourselves. It's important. Celebration is one of my qualities for this year. Celebration. Yes. Say, good job. You did that. You did that. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So today we're going to explore the third step in reaping your professional harvest. So this article is focused on work in the traditional sense, but we are expanding that and we're applying that to our way of work, our value, our service, our love, and our gifts, right? All right. So I'm going to share today's. And so I'm going to share this, and this is in a business working sense, and then I'm going to offer a spiritual perspective about it. Okay? All right. So sow multiple crops. So the author talks about, she gives a little story. So I'm going to share that because it's all in context. In 2002, harsh conditions in the chemical industry, which I was working in at the time, led to downsizing in my company. And many people were downsized in 2020 as a result of COVID, right? I remember many of my colleagues being completely unnerved about how they would support their families if they lost their jobs. Have you ever truly stopped to realize that worrying can't add a day to your life or a dollar to your bank account? That is the truth. Instead of working myself into a tizzy, I pulled out my journal and made a list of every possible way I could bring in income based on what I already knew and had. And although I survived that round of layoffs, I realized there were things on that list that I still wanted to pursue. Biblical wisdom tells us that of the seeds we sow, we don't know which will succeed. So wouldn't it be prudent to sow multiple crops? The author says, my company has 3 income streams: coaching and training, speaking, and product sales. If one is floundering, I have 2 more to depend on. But remember, crops need continuous cultivation to prosper. So don't take on more than you can manage. So yeah, okay, right? So we're sowing multiple crops. So how I translate that into is everything is one thing. Everything is one thing. And what do I mean by that? So let me use myself as an example, right? Sowing multiple crops. You wouldn't necessarily think that that correlates with everything is one thing because you're sowing multiple crops. So aren't there many different things? No. There's one thing, and we get to decide what that one thing is, right? We get to decide that one vibration, right? That one quality. And we can have multiple qualities to represent the essence of what it is that we desire, of who we are being in the world, right? Lindsay has joyful trust with kindness. She's sowing multiple crops: joy, joyfulness, trust, and kindness. But it's all embedded in one thing: who she is being in the world, right? So for me, my essence, that which I desire to radiate in the world, is joy. Is joy. And I have multiple crops, right? I'm an interfaith minister. I'm a religious science practitioner, spiritual director of a spiritual center. I'm a life coach. I'm an HR professional. All of those things are different seeds that I have sowed, but they're all one thing because they're all embedded in my way of work. And my way of work is joy. My way of work is joy. And so that's why that passion statement that I invited everyone to create last week and start that process is another way that we can nourish our seeds, nourish the soil, give it the nutrients that it needs. So I shared last week, and I'm sharing this again today, just to make the point again, right? Sowing multiple seeds, and everything is one thing. This is part of my passion statement on my resume. A resume is what? A professional document that you send out to people when you are applying for a job, right? Everything is one thing. The very first line says, "It is my passion to be of service to the upliftment of joy in the world." That's part of my first sentence. Everything is one thing. So when I show up and work for an organization as a human resources consultant, I am showing up as the reaping of joy. My harvest is to uplift joy in the world, no matter what I am doing, because it is who I am being. That is that everything is one thing. So there's multiple seeds, right? Sip is a seed. For Lindsay, Pip is a seed. Her mindfulness business is a seed, but it's all embedded in one thing. So many times we feel so scattered. Oh, I'm so scattered. I'm all over the place, right? Because we're not grounded. We're not grounded in the everything that is one thing. We want to be this to this. We want to be something else to this situation. We want to show up as this and family and that at work. And, we're all over the place. Who are you? Sow your multiple seeds and know that everything is one thing, because it is the beingness in the doing of everything. Everything. It all is connected. It's all in alignment. Yes? All right. All right. So again, I would encourage you to use as one of your nourishment tools a passion statement for yourself to help and support yourself in grounding all of your seeds into the everything that is one thing, the everything that leads back to who you truly are, leads you back to your quality that you have been nourishing all year. And now is the time. Now is the time to gather your crops, to share your gifts in everything that you do, because it's who you are. Yes? All right, y'all. All right. I don't know if you heard that, but I got the cosign out there. Yes. So I just want to acknowledge Queen Gladys for being with us today. Lindsay, that's right, girl. Let go of worry. We don't need no worry on our crops. No, we don't. Imaja, infinite essence. Yes, that is a seed to sow. That is a seed to sow. Yes, you heard that. Honk, honk. Yes. Good day, Pamela. It's good to see you. And I know Pamela is sowing the seed of bliss, and she has been reaping her harvest also. Yes, I know. So let's stay in that vibration. Let's stay in the knowingness, trusting it. Don't dig up the seed and see what it's doing. Just nourish it, trusting that your harvest is coming in. Your harvest is coming in. And for some, it's a bumpy road sometimes. Sometimes there might be a drought, right? Or floods, or fires. But we know the law is working regardless because it is in divine right order. And we may not be able to see it as we're going through it, but there is always light, right? So let's reflect back now and know that it is all good. The challenge is good. The setback is good. The breakdown is good. Let's know that now, because we're going to know it a year from now when we tell the testimony of it. I remember in 2002, this horrible thing happened. And now look, it was because of this, what I learned, how I grew, how I nourished myself, that this is where I am today. It's all our testimony, y'all. All of it. All right, y'all. All right. I see you, Imaja. I got peace, presence, and infinite power, so I sing no victim song. That's right, y'all. That's right. If y'all didn't see that, made me think about Cheryl Lee Ralph's acceptance speech at the Emmys. Woo! If y'all haven't seen her acceptance speech, you need to see it. You need to see it. Maybe I'll play it tomorrow on SIP. It is amazing. So thank you, Imaja, for that reminder. All right, y'all. Let's get into some joy news. So first I want to say today is Wednesday. I don't know if y'all can still hear me. I'm having a little technical issue right now. So I'm going to keep going and just trust that the visual will come back on. So today is Wednesday and it's supposed to be B. Sekou's Hero Show, but it did not air. So I'm gonna check in with Rev Robert, who is the founder of New Thought Media Network, to see what happened today. So I know I know Sekou is watching, so let's just send some love and light to Sekou right here and right now. And I want to share something. So if you are not a part of the Running for Sekou Facebook group, you need to be, because information about how he is doing and some of his movements are posted there. And so I was checking it out the other day, and I saw that Fee King was in Nashville, Tennessee, and was with Sekou, and they went to so I'm not sure if these two things are connected. So let me just say, I know that Sekou went to one of the Black Men Runs events. It's called Success. Let me get it right. Steps to Success 5K. So Demetrius Short is the founder of this organization. Shout out to Demetrius from Black Men Run. And he raises funds, and he actually runs in a suit. So the top part was like suit jacket, tie, the whole thing. And I think he had on running shorts. And some of the other Black Men Run were there. And so a picture was posted. There it is. Who do you see right there in the middle? Sekou. Yes, Sekou, surrounded by some of the Black Men Run brothers and looking good and fit and all of that. So I just wanted to share that. So please join the Running for Sekou Facebook group. There's more information there. I shared the other day, Sekou is planning to walk the New York City Marathon this November, the month after next. So let's keep supporting him, praying for him, lifting him up, and knowing that he is healed. Knowing that he is healed. So also, please spread the word about the GoFundMe campaign for Sekou. The last time I checked, it was over $17,000 raised, which is amazing and wonderful. But guess what the goal is, y'all? The goal is $100,000. So we have a ways to go. And the way that we're going to get there is by sharing the good news about the opportunity to directly support Sekou. So again, Running for Sekou Facebook group, please join. Please post what you're doing in movement and share the news. Just share the news. All right. So I wanted to share that. Tonight, we have the Power of Prayer at Rockland CSL, where I'm the spiritual director. Let me just give these shout outs real quick. So that's Gladys sending love to Sekou. Lindsay, love and light to Sekou, writes always. And Lindsay just saying wonderful about everything that's happening in Sekou's circle. All right. So let's nourish Sekou, y'all. All right. Tonight, we have the Power of Prayer at Rockland CSL, where I'm the spiritual director. And if you need prayer, join us tonight at rocklandcsl.org. We're on Zoom, and it's about a half hour or so of just sharing, praying, all that wonderfulness. So please join us. This Sunday, 10:30 a.m., Living Life in Joy. So please join me this Sunday. I have a new episode that I will be airing on Sunday. So please join right here on New Thought Media Network. Yes? Okay. And then at 11:30, we have Sunday in Praise at Rockland CSL at rocklandcsl.org. That is the website. Go there, click on Sunday service, be in the Zoom room, or you could join us on Facebook Live, where we live stream. And this Sunday, we have a guest speaker, Reverend Mignon Pollard, and she is speaking about living your dream. So remember, we're in our work series for the month. That's our theme. and she'll be talking about living your dream. I want to give a save the date for September 21st, which is next Wednesday. It is the United Nations International Day of Peace, and there will be peace meditations happening throughout the day. And Centers for Spiritual Living is doing a special 3 p.m. Eastern Time peace meditation on their Facebook page. And I'll remind you of that. Also on that day, we'll be doing a special sip. So a special sip for the International Day of Peace. So please join me for that next Wednesday, the 21st, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. A special sip for peace. Okay? All right. I think we're done for today. I hope everyone has a wonderful, nourishing, loving day for yourself. Be your quality. Yes. Know that everything is one thing. So we're doing our work because we're being about that work. Yes. Yes, we are. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy. Yes, we are connected to our yes.